Seamus Heaney was one of Ireland's most loved poets and a winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature. We were very proud that he chose to give his writer's archive here to the National Library. We knew that we wanted to do something really special with it, so stage a major exhibition which would open up this extraordinary archive to share it across the world. This will be the first exhibition in a major new culture and heritage centre in the Bank of Ireland on College Green. Throughout his career, from Death of a Naturalist in 1966, he asks us to really pay attention and to see the world anew. And that's why we've called this exhibition Listen Now Again. So this exhibition is really a wonderful opportunity for us to celebrate Seamus Heaney, his creativity, his writing, and a chance really to acknowledge how proud Ireland is of him. Some of my favourites, I think, are the notebooks that show us the drafting process for the poetry, but include everyday things like to-do list, a diary entry, a phone message, a doodle.
Bank of Ireland is honoured to be the home for this major exhibition devoted to the life and work of Seamus Heaney here at the College Green Cultural and Heritage Centre. The bank has been part of the fabric of Irish life since 1783. We've been based at College Green for more than 200 years. These buildings are an important part of Ireland's history and heritage, and it seems really appropriate that they will now host an inaugural exhibition of such national and international significance. It is fitting that the first exhibition will focus on the life and work of Seamus Heaney, who is arguably the greatest poet of his generation. We've been preparing the space which needed a lot of building work over recent years. And now our partners in the National Library will be animating that space, bringing it fully to life to showcase the extraordinary life, work and talent of Nobel laureate Seamus Heaney.
So I'm very much looking forward to continuing the partnership my predecessor, Minister Humphreys, had established with the Bank of Ireland and the National Library to bring this landmark Seamus Heaney exhibition to fruition. I'm delighted to have the opportunity to play a part in this collaboration, which will honour one of Ireland's greatest poets and Nobel laureates. I would like to thank both Bank of Ireland and the Heaney family for their generosity in making this exhibition possible, and also, of course, the National Library, who have worked tirelessly to make Seamus Heaney's archives available, not just to Irish citizens, but for the entire world to see. I have no doubt it will be a fantastic success. One of my favourite Seamus Heaney poems is When All of the Others Were Away at Mass. My favourite line is the very end, where it says, "Never closer the whole rest of our lives." And it's a beautiful poem.
There is one poem that I'm particularly fond of, which is the Harvest Bow. It's a wonderful poem. It's evocative of what life was like during the harvest time, which of course is a very important time in country life when the crops are gathered in. It reminds me of when I would have walked with my grandfather and we would have chatted, and it just brings all of those memories back, those beautiful memories of childhood.
The archive came to the library because Seamus wanted his manuscripts to stay in Ireland. And the archive is very thorough in that it's the manuscripts of all his published work, but he knew he wanted it to be here. He was extremely brilliant, as well as being a good poet. I think Seamus was accessible. I mean, midterm break has been learnt by generations of children. If anybody said, what's your most valuable possession? Of course, it's to have someone who writes good love poems to you. It means an enormous amount. I'm so glad that he has been honoured in such a unique place, and I'm so grateful for that.
There were 12 archive boxes, I think, full of material that were donated in 2011. There's a little red notebook that I gave him for Christmas in 1973, I think. It's like a notebook, and it's me to Daddy from Christopher. And he has some stuff in that, so he would write on anything and everything, really. You know, it was the back of envelopes. Dad's belief in the power of poetry itself and the value of poetry itself was something that he absolutely stood for. There is sort of a materiality, a physicality to quite a lot of my dad's poems, you know, and I think that's a theme that runs through the work. I felt blessed to have him as my dad.
We're really delighted to be working with the Minister for Culture, Heritage and the Gaeltacht, with the Bank of Ireland and with the Heaney family on this wonderful project which would just not be possible without them. The exhibition will be free, so people can come again and again and learn something new each time. I suppose what we really want to do, if I can quote Seamus Heaney himself, is to catch the heart off guard and blow it open.